Hello and welcome back. I'm on the Color SMP today. I've been, just got back from actually traveling. I traveled about 7,000 blocks by boat. I don't want to go on the sea anymore. I'm so tired. We still have to unpack though, so I'm gonna go ahead and drop off all my terracotta upstairs, and I gotta run back to the chest boat. I also got a new friend. While I was out, I went past a pillager outpost. And I recently got my hands on... Yeah, that's not even the half of it, dude. Look, I've got this much space that I need to cover in terracotta. This is all getting covered in terracotta. I need terracotta. I'm honestly thinking about happy casting in some villagers and then making them masons of all things. See, this is over here, sort of like an idea. I'm gonna put more. I just was low on resources. I went to a different mesa. It is gonna be a lot of terracotta. Where is... Oh yeah, that's right. I need to introduce you guys to my LA as well. But, let's see. Get the rest of my junk out. Oh yeah, I got a trident while I was out. And 2 fishing rods with mending. I love doing full, like, makeovers for the terrain. But I also like to, like, find vanilla terrain that I enjoy first. And then either add, like, a water feature or something special. Yeah, the Moon Creek base is much further along. Because, you know, that one's been running for a little over a year. And then I'm gonna need, like, a ton of... I'm gonna use, sand and concrete to make pink sand out of concrete powder. And I'm gonna use that to coat, like, the floor. Collecting stuff is fun. I love trinkets and curios, like my little trident here, my Hearts of the Sea. I did a lot of treasure hunting recently. Got my hands on, if you look at this pink bundle here, a slime block, combined with some other new things I've got from this past journey. I've got an LA now. I'm gonna turn that into a slime farm. I've got one of those on the Moon Creek server, and it took me like nothing to put it together. Alright, so... I need the slime because I need to make a moss farm so I can get white... I need a moss farm to make white dye. No, the torch did not belong in that specific block. Okay, so I need a music disc. Oh boy. I know I can get a jukebox going. Treasure box. We have a few modded blocks on this server from Pyrite. The thing I wanted, jukebox. There we go. For now, we'll just place this here. That is correct. They just announced today, with today's snapshot, we're beginning cushions. It looks like you can, like, waterlog stairs with them. Like, you can place them on top of any surface, like that. It's been 17 years, and they'll finally let us sit. Yo. I fed him a golden dandelion. He's safe. Oh yeah, couches are gonna change pretty drastically, I think. Okay, I'm distracted. I need a music disc. Let me see. Mora has been hard at work getting a blue axolotl. Just got one earlier today, I believe. No, Elin got hers before Gamora. It was a race, and unfortunately, Elin ended up getting that one ahead of time. I think Elin just had the extra time to clock in. Somewhere in the middle of all of this base, the middle of all of this swamp, rather, is where Elin's base is. But also all of the vines make my PC lag like crazy. Let's see. If we need to get a music disc, and it seems like Gamora might be AFK. Yeah, the pothole in the middle of it. I might need to go looking for like a mine shaft, or maybe we make a farm. Okay, well, back on the open road it is. I'm gonna want... Got buckets of water. I should put my pottery shards away. We'll just put this, well, let's make sure we look through all of it. Okay. Compass home. Crafting tables. Spare water bottle. A rabbit's foot. Some sherds in there. Got some dry grass, which I'm excited for because I'm going to be putting that all over my super big biome. That sounds uncomfortable, Cookie. Yes, coal and sticks go in there too. Okay, those bits, and I think we're gonna want to get some picks going, I think. So we need a ton of cobble, I think. I think today we need a mob farm. Maybe not this much cobble. Just, yeah, that's better. Then we're gonna want trapdoors. So we'll grab as many planks as we can get our hands on. We'll just leave them as planks for now. We're going in a chest boat. Should be fine. Where are my sticks? I need to make those pickaxes. First thing we need to do is get out to the iron farm, because I want to do it as a part of an industrial district, I think. Come on, the sun is setting literally right now. Just stare at a buzzsaw. sleep? There we go. But it's fairly hot there back home in Florida. It's more like you just see, like, a dude staring into you. It's really weird at the dentist. I don't like it there. All right. Not in the past, like, couple of hours, but it was, let's see. I hit 90, that's awesome! Thank you to everyone who's subbing. It makes it to where I'm super excited to keep doing this. Makes me feel like, you know, maybe I should be doing this. Could have been doing it sooner, maybe. A huge thank you to all of my new subscribers and followers on Twitch. I think it was a dream. It was my dream, for it was you were a twinkle in our mom's eye. Get ready for the most scenic waterway ever. Purposes. There we go. Purpose. Purpose. Purposes. No, I think they've seen the ice biome. I remember dying to a polar bear. Day one. That was pretty silly. Right. Swoosh right through here. Cookie, don't worry. You'll get there. I promise. Okay, we come to this big open water section, but we're just gonna go straight. There's that desert where I filmed my first video and got blown up. Mob. Happy. The song is very magical. It's from Hollow, the Choral Chambers. I believe that one's a Silk Song specifically. Ah, we're almost there. Here's the village. I believe we are getting closer to Gamora, who, if I remember correctly, was AFK at the Iron Farm. By being over there, it should make it a little easier for us. Just around the bend here, and our iron farm should be right in that direction. Yeah, boating 7,000 blocks was crazy. Here's the iron farm. Here's the iron farm. Pretty simple. Whoa. Hey. We'll have to fix that. Oh, my inventory's full. There we go. Let's put this in there for now. That's on stove, actually. Alright. This area should be fine to build outside of. This is 8 blocks away from the 5x5 center. Next we go up, I think. Just gonna go into the sky. I think we're gonna go about Y120 or so. Well, just a smidge further. Yeah, that should be fine. Right. Put that in the floor there. We want some slabs. Just some. Unfortunately, this is a 2x2 sort of farm. We are going to change up a little bit. There we go. And fall down the land right here. swap these blocks in a little bit, but for right now, we need to go all the way up with them. We want mobs to fall onto this block and die with just 1 heart, so this needs to be usually about 20 blocks tall of a chute. 2, 3, 7, 16, 17, 18. There we go. That's fine. Oh, I'm all the way up here now. Let's bucket down. Should be done by my 3x3 trick. Away. What the heck? Shaders? You okay? Let's turn off the stars, I think. Sphere. Off. Reload the shader. And give us back our own cobble. There we go. Alright, in here. Almost done, at least with the tube. Alright. Now we're very high up in the air, but we're not done. Next up, we need to create a big box that all the mobs are going to spawn in. That box needs to be large enough for water to flow from the corners into the hole here. So the mobs go against their will. See? It'd be good. You know, you never know what you got till it's gone. I miss my Swift Sneak. Whoa, flashbang. The sheer unbridled power of the sun. that includes that one. So I put this. I'm gonna have to do the outer rim first. I have had the most disgusting of ideas. I think I'm gonna have to do it. We go back home. I need to get just an absolute mess of cherry wood. Okay. Keep my box, please, like that. Go. Do this underside in the pink or in the cobble here, just because it's cheap. But I think do the rest of this in cherry. But getting up here is going to be a pain. Oh god. That's it, we're doing it in gobble. Case is closed. Right. 1, 2 for the channels. Should we do this on the outer rim, not on the inner circle? I'm out? Oh no. I actually just remembered an incredible, easy way to get up and down from places like this. Loop. Agua. Oh, dang. Dang. I hit the water so hard. Flew right through. Let's go home. We're gonna need a whole bunch of cherry wood, and it seems like a whole bunch more cobble. Well, if we're going home, we'll just get the cherry wood. Another jaunt back home. A fun 1,500 block journey by boat.
Did you guys pick one up?
Whoa. Not what I clicked on. Looking to close something. A little more control. What? I don't have any cod, or I would at least attempt. I have not received any pets other than my menagerie of weird spirits. What even is a ghast? What even is an allay? I know they're like little critters, but where do they come from? Where do they go? Must be a pretty big, lush cave if there's an azalea tree there, and an azalea tree there. But that's not why we're making a moss farm. Well, we're not making a moss farm today, we're making a mob farm today. Moss is later. Though I do need one. My hope is to try and pack everything into a small area so I can try and just AFK all in one zone. But if I need to, I'll use Ender Pearl Stasis Chambers. Fishy! They're throwing my boat off course. Now, I recently saw Minecraft had put out literally just a picture of a salmon on a black background. Presumably as some kind of teaser. Considering like the cushions and the other like community feedback that this feels like this update is getting. One of the mobs that a lot of people are asking for are bears. I think it'd be fun to see a new interaction with salmon where bears like jump into the water after them. Kind of like how wolves will attack sheep and skeletons. And like we get a new brown bear. Squid, please. There's our boat. Fun little landmark for letting us know exactly where our house is. Looks like a whale. Well, now I think I know what I'm gonna make that. It'll look so cute. Let's get shopping. The amount of cherry wood I have has gone down quite drastically since my house has gone up. It's almost like when you have blocks and use them, you don't have them anymore. Looks like we're home just in time, too. Looks like it's bedtime. Sunset. We might even go out of our way to use like potatoes or something to get bone meal. Alright, it's nighttime. Thank you for staying inside. I know they like to run away usually. It's not what I want to do. It's a little too loud for me. Heck yeah, that's awesome. I'm glad. Let's put this other wood away. If we're not going to be using it, I think a better option would be to use bamboo. And then cherry for the outside. Because, like, look at this. I've got plenty of bamboo wood. It's nothing crazy, of course, but I didn't need it to be. We're going to take it out here as this. I don't want to turn it into trapdoors just yet. It'll fill up my inventory like crazy style. Let's instead get some more cherry trees planted. Dang, this thing has such a high sapling drop rate. Especially compared to something like jungle. It's that's what we'll use for the composter. Oh. Always just one extra log hiding. This one, please. Thank you. It hid one from me, a sneaky tree. I think we'll go run down and put the bamboo wood in the... as well as any full stacks of cherry wood down in the chest boat. I want to get my hands nice and full of cherry wood before we go down there. So any extra space I can put in there will be super handy. No weird diagonal ones? Thank you. Dang, this is so many saplings. Alright, let's go make some bone meal. They worthless? Farming blast. Get some seeds going. Put it in the ground. The Alay's tripping me up. Right, and carrots make the last one to plant. Always gotta do the Three Sisters technique. And then just because I am doing this for bone meal, I'm just gonna start immediately throwing all of this away. Once I have a moss farm, I'll have a moss farm giving me bone meal. These moss farms are super efficient at it. Alright, then I got some seeds. Maybe I should breed up my cows for leather. Dang, these seeds are more worthless than the saplings. We'll feed our cows. Get a few more babies. Should we get everyone? Are you guys in here now? Well, I guess I don't get to have any wheat. It's okay. Let's take a little snack break. Let's go put that bamboo away. Ow. Ow. Boop. One full stack there. Didn't finish getting bone meal. We'll put those in there too, because I need them. Fishing rods in there. Need raw salmon, even though I did run it over, apparently. Already, some of our trees have grown back. Didn't even have to bone meal. The saplings are still here, heck. Pretty particles. I'll have to use something with them. Maybe I put them, like, super high up? What? Yeah, I think if you put... Maybe I'd make, like, one big, really sparse, old-looking tree that has just a few of them in the tips of the branches. Minecraft is a little bit like jazz. When you're making a base, you just sort of let it flow out of your brain. Let inspiration strike you as it strikes you. Which is a slow approach. Not very good for build battle. Whoa. Spooky music. He's telling me to go home. Oh, rain. I need to make a bedroom. I'm currently sleeping in the front of my house. I can't go in this wall because this wall goes into my bamboo farm. Don't worry, when the pistons fire again, it'll push that and it'll fall off. I watched it. Then, if I can't put it in this wall leads directly outside. So, maybe I get something over here? The primary view of the base I thought was going to be the other side. Maybe this is just the back of the base. Obviously this room is our soon-to-be chest room. Maybe this is the chest room and then I go further this way? Oh, actually, I think I kind of like that, and then it still, it wraps around into here. We'll see, we'll see. Like I said, it's like jazz. Remember correctly, I was halfway through chopping a tree down. Don't intend to leave floating blocks. Sure you get your stumps. Secret block. Let's try. Looks like it's working now. Nope. Poor axe. He'll die. Making sure I had pink wood. Ah. C'est la Minecraft. Go make another one. I think I actually have a spare. Let's go grab the spare. Perfect. I need that extra one. Who knows? this block up here. Let's see here. I'm chopping. I gathered a bunch of pink wood so that I can make a cool mob farm. Some new saplings planted. Got a secret one in you? Just connected to this bigger port. It's just connected. So it looks like it's spawning. Normal style. Dude, come on. I'm on stream. Thank you. Dude. I have to absolutely get rid of some of this. Bone meal count has gone down significantly. We have so much, actually. More than a stack. I had not realized. To the composter. What a gameplay loop. Farmville. So that's some carrots to get in there. Are carrots somehow more valuable than a cherry sapling? Isn't that like a whole like baby tree? Dude. Come. Thank you. See, this guy's with it. I can't. Break. Chop down trees. Here. You know, I think that might be enough. Maybe. Not certain. Quote me on it. Let's gather up a couple more saplings, get a couple more planted and grown. But I think 3 stacks turns into 12 sacks of cherry wood. It's a few extras this time. There's that sulfur cave under my base, so getting my hands on that stuff ended up being pretty easy. Wanted bone meal. I've designed this farm to be unjumpable. That way, you can never trample your crops. It's unjumpable. 1 bone meal. Awesome. It's like 20 saplings. Carrots? 6. Pop drops? I've got some bones here. I had to save those for bups, but I think bone meal is a better option right now. Take a little nap. Come on, get it. There we are. Awesome. See, these guys are with the program. The other trees, they weren't with it. But these trees, they understand me. They understand that I need cherry. And I need it. I think maybe right now. Come on. Oh, see, this guy understood the program. And then he gave me the worst. see, this is one of those old head saplings. They're just not with it anymore. Make my own house a cherry grove. I remember having vines there before, but I'm not against it. Good job. Oh, there's an extra one. No. Okay, it's just 2. We'll survive. A few extra painless moments. I'm a secret new kind of person, but I sometimes accidentally leave stumps behind. try not to. But they're pretty easy to see when you've left them behind. But, I cannot lie. I do be forgetting. Another one. Any more? What's in your mouth? A zombie? Where? Number? In here? Yep. Dark as pitch in there. It sounds like he's right under my feet. I'll have to go down there and light that up. These little branches. I hate doing this part. It's one block shorter. I miss the crab. I want extended reach, please. I even had like a cool idea for how to implement it. It's part of like an inventory update. Had like an idea for how they could do it in like a sort of vanilla friendly way. It would still feel new and novel comparatively. So we don't have to do like a full overhaul of this menu. Instead, there's an empty space right here where my mouse is. I think, because it is opposite the pants, could be a trinket slot. You could put things like, maybe you gotta like craft a special object to make it actually latch onto your pants. A trinket fob or something. And you would use a chain and then one of like maybe 8 or 9 items in the whole game that help accentuate you as a player by making the different processes that you go through a little easier. And one of the ones that I thought about would be making like sort of shulker trinket. It still costs both shulker shells, but what it does is instead of giving you a shulker box with the trinket fob, it gives you an extra row under your hotbar in like the shulker box purple color. And then that shulker box purple would be non-stackable items only. So it would be stuff like shovels and pickaxes, but also things like shears and hoes, things that you only use every so often. So it would make it to where you have just something on your person that is not taking up as much space, and it doesn't require like a huge overhaul to the system. In the same way, they could make it to where you could have other kinds of trinkets. The crab claw, for instance, doesn't have to be like a potion. It could instead be like a trinket, and then while you have that trinket equipped, you're losing your whole trinket slot. So you don't have to worry about like you have to pick and choose. And then you could just put that on the player, just like on their like hip, and then have it go on the player's offhand side, so when you swap, it actually swaps sides. And I think that falls into like Mojang's rule of making sure you can see it on the player. It's like a little, like a keychain. And then could use like a Nautilus shell one to get some water breathing. 10 seconds or so, kind of like the turtle helmet. And maybe if you have that one and you're near a conduit, it does something special. I thought about maybe like a jump boost one where you have like a rabbit's foot on you, and when you have it you can jump 1.3 blocks. It's not enough to change the game drastically, but now you can jump over fences and walls, which would be insane movement tech. A huge upgrade to the way that you play the game, because you no longer have to have those ugly carpets that sit on top of fences. You can just jump over it. And then it also takes up your full trinket slot, so it doesn't make it to where it's too powerful. You can't have it and the shulker. The shulker pouch. Just a very simple concept. I feel like sort of riffs on everything that's going on with Minecraft already, and then turns it into something that sort of accentuates the like larger process of the game, and sort of encourages you to experiment with it. All of the effects are things that exist in Minecraft already, with the exception of the extended reach. Maybe, like, you could put, like, maybe you don't want to have to wear gold in the nether because you want to wear full netherite and you want to be dripped out. So you put a warped fungus one on you, and it makes it to where they run away from you, just like they do from regular warped fungus, so you don't have to have it, like, on your hotbar or in your offhand. Instead, it's just, you know, on your person. You get to wear the armor that you want, and instead of having the effect of they don't attack you because they're chill with your drip, they're instead not attacking you because you grow warped fungus on you, and it takes up your whole trinket slot, so you can't do any of the other ones. I think it's a good sort of balanced approach to what could be a really interesting way to update the inventory while also giving us like a ton of other stuff at the same time. But maybe I'm asking for too much. I'm very excited with the straw bed, and I'm very excited for cushions, because, like, furniture time. I was just talking with some friends about chairs and how it's so frustrating to get ones that, like, look decent. You gotta place so many blocks, and I think there's a sort of art to it, and I think a lot of people have really sort of gotten really good at making furniture in vanilla Minecraft, using weird functionalities. And I think the best part about this cushion block is that it doesn't have a hitbox. You can put it on just about anything, letting you sit literally anywhere. So by having it go on just about anything, you can... It looks awesome. I feel like we're going to see a lot of the classic furniture get turned into new, updated, cool, sit-onable furniture. I think we're going to plant a couple more of these, but then we're going to cache the rest of them in and go on our way to go finish that mob farm up, because I don't want to leave that not finished today. Getting all the terracotta was only one leg of progress. I had a full stack here, and let me guess. That's right, nearly a full stack in my inventory. Cherry trees are insane. What on earth? Did you see that? It just ate like 12 saplings. Oh, but 6 carrots. That'll do it. That'll do it. Yummy, yummy compost. Made of carrots for plants and piggies to eat. 4. Right. Let's go. So back to the mob farm with all of our pink wood. We'll use that. Oh, turtle! Okay, so we'll get back to the mob farm. We'll use the pink wood to make the walls instead of the cobblestone. We'll make a whole bunch of trap doors, so we'll trap door it inside, making it to where we don't have like spiders spawning in. We'll have to make some channels and some walls. One of the things I noticed in that new trailer we got today for the Dappled Grove is they intentionally made it to where it's fun to ride your horse through. Can we get that in other biomes, please? Can the forest biome be like 2 blocks taller, please? Just take the shortest trees and make them 2-3 blocks taller. I understand the idea of them being small trees, but I feel like the scale is a little off, especially compared to like other complex trees like the dark forest here, or the acacia tree, or a jungle tree. Even jungle trees are so dense. And so are the mangrove. It's like impossible to navigate those on foot. And just like reduce the trees by 30% in just about all of those biomes, and maybe make them a smidge taller. I think you don't need to make the jungle trees or the mango trees taller, but like regular birch trees, regular oak trees, just a smidge taller. That way you're not like slamming your face against leaves the entire way home. I understand circumnavigating this world is your burden to bear when you purchase the game. Please. What is that? This little chode of a tree. Look at this. I can't believe it. Almost there. Our new structure is interesting. It's almost nighttime. We might have to run up to the village and steal a bed. Actually, let's do that explicitly. This is the village that I picked to steal all of my villagers from. And we're just gonna steal it back real quick. Cannot wait for the straw beds. I know that they were announced back at VidCon, or TwitchCon. It's gimme. Oh, hello. See. Out. There we go. You can always go back for the pink chest boat in a little bit. I didn't leave too much valuable in there. Just some bamboo, I think. Alright. Let's... just there. Go. Actually get some sleep in there. Let's swim our way back up. Pull your head out, get a little air. Don't want to die. Alright. Start with some cherry logs. Get turned into planks. I think I am going to use... Actually, I don't have enough cobble for that. I was going to say I'm going to do one more layer around the outside, but I literally do not have it. We'll use the cherry wood. channels are going to go in these spots right here. We're going to dig these out. You know what? Let me just take them up and fill the spots in there. I got plenty of wood. Plus I've got torches, so I'll just leave those areas lit up. Two. This will be the height for the channel. Some placed a little nautilus down there. Not bring a saddle. I should have brought a saddle. I always find myself never having a saddle when I see a nautilus, and then when I need a nautilus, I never have. Like, I have the saddle on me. It's just not there. Okay, so that's the absolute wrongest block to put that on. Go. Did it again. This platform is quite large now. We're gonna place some extra torches. We're not gonna leave those there. Obviously, we want the mob farm to work after all. And then this is the floor they're going to spawn on. They're going to get pushed into the waterways down here, and then the waterways down here are going to push them down there. They'll take a bunch of damage, not quite die. That's not right. Something's wrong. The width is off. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. 2, 6, 7. One block. 1, 2, 4, 6, 7. 2, 3, 6. Okay. So I think that's a little upsetting, and I think that's the side that's correct. We'll do some math here in a sec, figure out the truth. We do want torches in this little section here. Oop, time to make some more chair wood. From here... No, I'm gonna have to place these. I want this to work in the first place. So let's see how far the water travels and see which number's correct. Uh-huh. The whole thing needs to be taken back a block that way and a block that way. I did not bring enough cobble for that. Luckily, that doesn't mean we have to really undo too much. Just means that more of this is going to be pink than I intended. Because now this is going to have to be floor that people can stand on. This is going to have to be where the outer wall is. It'll look ugly, but it'll get the job done. How do I get under there? Here we go. It's gonna be one of the canals. Alright, so one block this way and one block that way. I've already got this block. Just need to finish it. Leave. Just gonna make this area nice and flat. Let's get the... Looks good and square? Yeah, that's looking good and square now. Need to finish the other way. Do I jump down to the bottom and sleep for the night? Or do I just finish my job? Don't have phantoms yet, so I should probably just keep working. Wait, for this block. Right, put a right there in the center. This is squat 2. Is it? No, it's not. It's not. I suppose we'll see when I try to pour the water, huh? And sploosh. What? think it has something to do with this, and I think that it might be by another block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8. Yep, it's off by one more block. Incredible. I'm so good at math. I feel incredible right now. At least we know now, and it's going to be correct moving forward. This should be the last thing I got wrong. You can only be wrong on so many sides, you know? Torch in the middle. Up and out. Looking good in the square now. Middle. Go. Let's take these blatantly wrong blocks out. Just absolutely patently wrong. I think up next... do something a little silly. Put a crafting table in the building. It's pink. Don't worry about it. I need trap doors on moss. You know what? Give me it all. I need it all. This will help prevent spiders from spawning in the canals, as well as help confuse mob AI into walking over the ledge. God dang, I was getting so smooth with it. This one. Ooh. Finish the one in my hand? Oh. Minecraft jazz, baby. Alright. We gotta build... Ruh-roh, Raggy! How the heck do I get up there? Okay, ooh, I know. Go get my chest boat. Let's sleep. I am naked. Go away, drowned. Right. So our chest boat has a bunch of bamboo in it. That's going to help us block all the way up to the top, and we'll be able to get to that stuff. No problem. I've got diamond gear in there. This is an emergency. We are sitting in loaded chunks. Okay, there's my boat. Okay, we have the wood on our person. We just need to get there. Reflection makes that look insane. It kind of is insane, but like, wow. Alright. Bamboo. Oh, I shouldn't have broke that. I want to make sure I keep that just in case I fall. Almost there. Got about 20 blocks. We'll make it. We'll make it. Oh, I'm gonna have to bust in with my bare hands. There's a dark oak platform. Okay, that's not true. Sticks. Wooden pickaxe. All our bits! My bits! Oh, and my head. How embarrassing. It should be a mob farm, not a player farm. Make some cobblestone slabs. Make a few more cobblestone slabs. I needed those, didn't I? Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Incredible. Elegant and an incredible solution to all of my problems. Get some space up here to work with. Might even make it a little bigger in the long run. But for now... let's make some... cherry slabs. That was way more than I wanted to make. Okay. I had a bajillion sticks on me. Get out of here. What? and we'll bust those out and put some hoppers in them. Luckily, we're technically should be running the iron farm because of where we're at. You running right now, buddy? Looks like it. How on earth do I get the freak up there? I believe our solution is very similar to the last one. We build up like this until we can't anymore. We move outwards, and then we do the same along the side. This will be our failure pillar. Alright. Like nothing happened. You know what? Like nothing happened. Right, we gotta get some water in here. This flows exactly to the edge there. So when something is on it, whoop, it falls right there. I'll have to go through and break that infinite source. So we only want the 2 there, but I don't want to have to keep going down, back down and up. Already done it enough. It was obnoxious. That should break the infinite source. And everything should stop right here. Awesome. That's temporary, just a way for me to get up. And one more. Let's go ahead and make sure we place these torches very intentionally because we are about to go inside probably one of the darkest and dangerous places of all time. Mob farm. We gotta build a roof for this. I think I want to install a copper rod up here, just in case. Right. We'll go all the way around, and then we'll start filling it in. We need to. There's a crafting table here. Got that I was going to need these slabs in the long run. And if we run out of cherry wood, I'm just using a bamboo. We're working on the ceiling. It's fine. No one has a lighter yet. So, I'm going to start bridging? Well, not bridging. It is a form. How many more do I got? Maybe that's enough? I'm probably gonna have to go and put blocks on the undersides of these, but if I'm just inside the farm, I don't think it really matters what color it is. I don't think anyone's gonna be in the same room as all of the skeletons and zombies and creepers. I'll know that the trapdoors were pink. Yeah, things aren't so scary when you're just doing stuff with half slabs. Everything's lit up, and there's no phantoms. Peaceful. Serene. Half slab. That sounded like a commercial for a half slab, except the half slab was like a spa treatment. Okay, maybe this is enough. Again, I do think I'm still going to have to go and put extra blocks on the underside of it, because we're going to need to put trapdoors to prevent things like spiders. And then if we put, like, a couple sections where I have trapdoors placed in such a way that only creepers can spawn, will increase the output of creepers specifically, giving us way more gunpowder. I still want, like, bones, because I feel like that's going to be another great way for me to get my hands on bone meal. But, you know, creeper? Creeper. Yeah. Ooh. That stings. Because that's way too tall. Gotta get Enderman in here. Making me feel like I don't have enough bamboo, even. I suppose there's more down in the boat below. We'll use water to get down there. Even this is a little too tall. That does not bode well. Made it a block too tall. Oh, guess we're ripping the roof off. I wasn't quite finished yet. That's a little disappointing. Oh, we're gonna have to go use the iron farm down below us. You know, I think we would have more bamboo if we didn't have to do the Pillar of Shame. Okay. That'll help us get back up, but going down's way faster. Yep, more bamboo for us. Oh, and more cherry log too. Awesome. Good to hear. Make a couple of axes. Alright, back up we go. Perfect. Much easier. think technically the farm could have worked. I just don't think it would have been great for spiders. I'd rather just do it right, you know? Make it taller. I would still need to do what I'm doing right now to make it taller. Plus, I think the version I'm making right now has rates that are good enough for, you know, like single-person use. It does sting a little bit to have to break all these up, especially since I don't have like enchanted tools, so it isn't quick. It's not slow or anything. I'm not using stone, but woof. I made 2 axes too. Just hoping it was enough. Jeez. Maybe I'll need to get an extra axe at this rate. Here comes that tool break noise. Get ready for it. There it is. Sorry, y'all. One more. Luckily, I think this one's gonna last us the rest of the way. Hopefully. I just thought about like an idea for how to update tools, but then my brain just remembered that the idea I came up with is literally how the unbreaking enchantment works. I thought, oh, what if there was a like a percentile that went up over time for your tool to break, and not necessarily like a lifespan, because sometimes when you have like a tool in real life, if you take good care of it, it'll last forever. But I suppose even that mechanic is in Minecraft, because you can repair them in anvils. And my thought was, well, if you have Unbreaking, then, like, Unbreaking 3 mitigates a lot of the damage your tool takes. Which sort of is the same as your tool lasting longer. It just doesn't feel that way because of the way that it's implemented. I feel like the idea of repairing your tools needs to be made a little, like, cleaner. I feel like it's never really worth it. There are like very few instances where my thought is, yeah, I'll repair my tool, instead of make a new one or disenchant it. It's like, it's expensive. There we go. Pick up our mess. Running out of space. Looks like it was just enough. That's the layer at which we need to place the blocks. Just does not feel right because it is so short. I like to have builds that feel normal style. What on earth am I doing? These are literally trapdoors. I do not need to be jumping around. Incredibly silly feeling. Get these junctions open. This is not going to be enough bamboo, I think. Oh, wait, no, I have plenty. Then I gotta come up here and make sure that this is all slapped up, which is a good thing. Because I don't want this yellow visible. It's gonna throw me. Luckily, while I'm up here, we shouldn't see too much get like the chance to spawn even. And it would really suck right now if everything was wrong. I think I got everything right, though. But like, oh, I didn't build it facing west. Yeah, that's sometimes a thing. Moss farms have to face north or something. Always have to look up a refresher on that specific part. I think it's okay to not know exactly how to build everything. I think it's important to learn, but I think for this game, it's kind of not part of the regular gameplay to be able to know how to do this. This is more like, even though we would consider it middle as part of like the way that the community interacts with the game, we would consider this to be one of the biggest upgrades you could make a mob farm and an iron farm for the beginning and early, like the early and middle game. But the late game really takes up a lot of the community's mind, I think. And I feel like that late game process is what a lot of the new blocks are sort of geared for, but then at the same time, the mechanics themselves are made for not like the hardcore, explicitly the beginner players. I feel like all of the gameplay elements that get introduced, they're to be interacted with during the regular course of gameplay, and not like the crazy late game I'm doing everything stuff. And instead, for a late game, the only thing that's really yours is or the only thing that's really for you is the new blocks you got. Alright. You know, I think if I put him on the ceiling... that'll prevent spiders, but it'll also just take up part of the mob cap and then not work. Doi. Okay. Like a checkerboard, and this will help, again, prevent spiders and sort of focus fire creepers. You want to summon in as many of those as possible. Dang it. Very funny way to be bumping your head. That's the last of those, but Radar turn more. I think we need a lot, so go nutso with it. Kitty. What? Spots there. It. last one. If I... Okay, so there's one there. I think that's the last one. Alright, let's close all these trapdoors. Let's this open. That. And I think from here... Get all these. Just make sure everything's working. Getting caught in the corner is annoying, but that does happen. If a mob got stuck there, they would get pushed. Oh, wait, no, I think I stole a water bucket. I've got this spare one. We're going to infinite water this again. What makes this too wide? Using that there caused it to spill out. Actually, I just remember why that's there. This is the next spot, right? Water goes in the corners. Looks like there's not really a water mechanic on this specific level. They just sort of spawn in and then walk randomly, and then the canals are the only real water. Alright, well if that's the case... Right, now, instead of jumping down immediately, let's make ourselves a safety box. I think I'm too close. Hostiles don't spawn when you're close. So let's put water here. That way, if we need to, we can always get back to here. And I needed to put the water there as well. You know what? Actually, I think it's ladder time. Right. Oh, wonderful. Put those right there right this second, because we need to get the hoppers in. Actually, give me a barrel. And you know what? I actually need chests. I've done semi. What else am I supposed to make hoppers? We will put this here. When I turned all my wood into ladders that I didn't need. Frig. Well, let's take a peek in here. Ow. I think I needed to use carpets. Glad I checked, and I'm glad I got pink wool at the house. There's wood right here, though. Woo! Close one, boys. This isn't that tall up. Proceed to break this all the way down. Oh, that's heartbreaking. I suppose it's axe breaking, but alright, being quiet, I am jamming. Looks like we've attracted the attention of a drowned. Let's make sure we've got our sword in our hotbar. Of 2 drowned. Let's make sure we have it in our offhand. Might just be the same one. I'm pretty sure there's like this thing with zombie AI where if they don't see you, they'll like forget that you were there and then walk away from you, but then they'll go, oh snap it, there you are. Silly game. That looked like a second drowned. I can't be certain. Oh, yep, there he is. Just popping his little head up. Interesting that it'll let me sleep with a drowned literally right under me, but sometimes if there's a skeleton outside... All right. It's gonna give us an axe. Let's make as many chests as we can with all of the bamboo we just got and turn all of them into hoppers. We don't need all of them to be hoppers, but we want some of them to be hoppers. There's not any chance. Yeah, no, I gotta get some carpet. A moss farm might have tons of moss carpet laying around, but no, I've gotta go home and snip some sheep. It'll be the last thing I do is get in there and... is go home, get some wool, come back with all of the carpet that I can carry, and move forward from there. Alright. Should probably break those. Well, I'm certainly going to be able to get all my XP back. Did he take damage before he got down here? I don't know. Alright, let's go home. So we need wool. Maybe you'll stop listening to a song called Limbo that just is static that goes back and forth in your ears. Here's Kyoto by C418. It's insane how many times I'm gonna have to make this journey. I can't wait for us to have Elytra. I know Gamora was saying as much. We might work with Gamora to get our hands on some Ender Pearls, and then see if we can't schedule with the rest of the team when to actually do the dragon fight. Ooh! That was some rubber band. nice long journey home to de-stress. It'll only take a zillion years. Snack break. So funny, I dug a canal. I showed it off in my video, but I dug a canal through that desert. Like, right there. Can't see it. I dug a canal there, but then, it's apparently, like, the absolute worst way to get to my iron farm. There's a river that cuts right behind the village, which I just exploring found. That's the river we're on now. Now this river, it's literally connected to the same river I was using. I was stopping at the desert because I wanted to stop at the desert. I just didn't keep going. Now, I have sort of given open use to my iron farm. Do I control the flow of something? I technically control the flow of iron, but I've already given open use to it. So instead, I think the thing I control the flow of will now be... Everyone just put infinity on their bows. I think it's bones? Gunpowder is, I think, the most valuable resource coming from that farm. So maybe we'll get like maybe we'll make like a gunpowder service or shop. It's the house! Alright, let's go get some wool. Shears. And we'll put away some of this other stuff that I brought home, because it's quite clear that that's the last thing I need, is to just get some carpets in there. I think on the spots that are not trapdoors need to be carpet. I'll take a look at the farm design. I think technically this farm design works, but I was trying to prevent spiders with the trapdoors and it just didn't work, apparently. Awesome. I'll bring some extra trapdoors with me. Maybe I missed one. But I think right now our answer is wool in nature. And luckily, I've got more animals in this sheep pen that I know what to do with. I think I might have to do some problem solving, we'll call it. And then, whoop, because that little break right there. Animals also, I think, can get out, but it's fine. It requires very specific circumstances. Alright, that should be plenty of wool. Let me see. Interesting. Well, we'll take a nap and then we'll get on our way. It doesn't look like they use too much. I think spiders need like a really wide area. Yeah, they just placed the carpet 2 blocks apart. And I think that prevents the spiders from spawning. Come on, I know it's nearly nighttime. They should let you go to sleep early, but in exchange for getting up early, so that it makes it to where you have to deal with like a little bit of darkness in the morning. Like, sleeping passes the game, but exactly 12 in-game hours. Rather than, sleeping being relegated to at night and during thunderstorms. You can just sleep whenever. Obviously, you can already, sleep to reset your spawn, but I think that this is an interesting way to evolve upon the idea, especially since how we're adding the other community feature. String? I don't remember getting this. Must be from one of the spiders that fell down. It'd be a pretty dumb spider to fall down that thing. Alright, all the way back. I think with Elytra and maybe even Voxy, this is going to change like everything. We'll be able to see the mob farm on the horizon and just fly straight to it instead of having to boat through this windy river. I don't dislike boating through the windy river, but I miss being able to fly. There's a je ne sais quoi to how fast the late game is compared to the early game when you were like landlocked. I guess I'm not landlocked per se, but grounded. That's a good word for it. Getting in there to get it carpeted up without dying is going to be hard, so I should probably make a chest, put all my bits inside, and make sure that I only have carpet on me when I go in. That way, if I do die, it's okay. I'll survive. Because all my stuff will be right there inside that chest. It'll suck, but it will have been done. I can also poke some light in from the roof, but that only lasts as long as the daylight does. So, with me going as far out as I am, it's going to take a good chunk of the day. Well, there's a bed there. It'll help us respawn anyway. Village. We'll have to widen that hole there. That or make the bridge nicer. You know, I've set up shop at that other location, but traveling this far is really annoying. I'll just wait. I'll wait. I'll be patient. I won't move shop entirely. I'll just wait. I think I am going to bring a happy guest out here to get some of the rougher edges of that shorn up. It is not pretty. First, set our spawn. Next, everything that we could lose accidentally inside. Pink wool is fine. This stuff is not. If that gets stuck inside, then gosh, end of the world probably. We'll take... There we go. We want to use the water to get up. And of course we'll have to expand that platform some. Not too far. We don't want it to go past that spot right there. We'll probably expand it this way. Okay. Gotta go up. I have wood with me. Aha! Ah! You know what? Bye-bye. That might be a lost cause. I have a bigger head now. Whoa! It's my red goggles, and not my pink goggles. Weird. Alright, can we catch the water? Ah, yes! I think maybe we just sort of let it ride and not worry about the spiders tanking rates. No, I am worried. I am worried, actually. Wish there was like a way to distract them. I wonder if... There's an idea. This is less than ideal. It has so many spiders in it, but at the same time, look at all the creepers. You know what? I think that's a problem for future me. Maybe I can get some help from some of my server mates. This one. I am currently, like, all the way naked, so I need to get into that bed ASAP. So if a spider does happen to be dumb enough to fall down here, they die instantly, which is pretty good. They don't get caught. It looks like even some of the mobs are falling down instantly. I wonder if they're taking damage from something else before they get down here, because they're supposed to all have the same health. They don't spawn in with random healths. Like, look at this. That's terrible. And, like, the area has... trapdoors on it. Like they all have them. It's ridiculous. Only the creepers are coming down here. I wonder if that has something to do with the carpet as well. It messes with their AI. And see, we're already suffering for it, because how many spiders are in here? It's like all spiders. Could be a good thing. Well, the next to the barrel. And everything's pointing into that hopper. As long as those two are, it doesn't matter what the other direction is, as long as it's not outwards. Looks like it's pointing inwards. Well. Whoop. Oh, intangible. I don't know what that's about. There we go. There I am. Well, thanks so much for coming to the stream, if you did. I've got the mob farm up and running. Server mates, if you would like to talk to me about prices with gunpowder, I'm open to discussion. Iron is a different thing. Look at those guys. We don't really have like an economy. I should discuss that with my server mates instead of just saying, give me money now. Does that run that? I don't think I'm in the right chunk for it. Is this the right chunk for it? Or am I too far away still? Well, if I got all this carpet, might as well use it. I was hoping like a skeleton would fall down here. Typically, you can like try and goad them a little bit more than the other mobs. They'll accidentally attack their buddies. Little tyke hat. Adorable. Now, is this enough to get that going? I'm pretty sure I saw it with one earlier. I might move the AFK chamber up here just in case. Actually, that's a really good idea. No? Give me back my little axe. My axe. I don't have a freaking axe. No axe. No, I don't. else can I make a stick out of? None of this jazz, that's for sure. I think you are my target. There we go, feeling a lot safer. Right. Thanks. Sticks. Back in the boat. Looks like we're gonna need to take a little snap. Snap? Alright, we're done. Oh, sorry, guys. I'm allergic to bad jokes. I just love telling them. They're so fun. Oh, it's nice to have a ladder. I forgot the reason I came here. I know I've got a pickaxe here. Yep, and that there. I gotta go get the shovel before an iron golem spawns out here and I have to kill it. Guess we're using blocks for the back wall. Alright, up we go! Alright. There we go. That should prevent mobs. Oh, look at that. Levels. Okay. The best part is that even if I decide that I don't want to be active, I can leave myself inside this chamber, and with my back to stone here, I'm certain I'll be able to get some mobs and some iron. Because I'm inside my chunk now. Oh, it's working! That's working, and that's working at the same time. Oh, incredible. And then once this fills up with about 100 mobs or so, Every mob that drops down will die instantly because they'll be tossed into the Crushinator. No, they'll just start getting entity gramming damage. For now, though, I think we'll leave you there. Just because, I think I need to start using this thing. It's not exactly fun to watch. Thanks so much for coming to this stream, and I hope I'll see you next time. Until then, thanks for watching, and remember, dance where it doesn't matter.